it's Lizzie Wolf, and I'm back. I just ate a salad, and now I'm ready. Sarah and I exit the club. Wait, last time we ended where we're going to get art supplies. Okay. Sarah and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sarah hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sarah finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sarah, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have planned it out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna make a poetry performance. Do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, poetry, duh. Everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. Sounds kind of dull. Lizzie, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poems, like, between my feet. The last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now I look in every direction. The once preposterous field before me is a barren wasteland. Like that. Sorry. How do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know? I know. I just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess it means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is gonna be so much fun. Siri spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey Lizzie, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. It's been a long time since I've spent time with Siri like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in a room and more and more. So going and venturing with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Siri heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Siri pulls a box of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Siri starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Smack. Yeah! Sarah bends over and smacks her forehead right to the shelf. She falls on the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow. You okay? My forehead. Sarah clutches her forehead. It's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sarah is sitting on the floor, I grab her by her waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hand, Sari, but it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sari slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow. Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Lizzie, where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink will do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. What? Even wincing from the pain, Siri makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sarah on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it will be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In that moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop the crayons back into the box. At least they're already in the wrong spot before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against her bump on your head. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Lizzie, this kind of reminds me of you growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know, you used to play outside all the time. I would always try and keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways, like I usually fell behind or have trouble coming on the things you did. But sometimes I tried to do things I couldn't. I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and you were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always too focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Lizzie, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. I don't like hearing that myself. Don't call me that. Please don't. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Lizzie, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises, but, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. Wait. Flora Wolf just asked what part am I at? Okay. Actually, I'm gonna tell her what part I'm at. I'm at the part where hits her head on the it's her head. Okay. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside, that's where I see her deep in thoughts like this. It makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's gonna see her forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Sayori hops to her feet. Ah! She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Ugh. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try and hide the bunk, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start sharing our poems. Sayori, her forehead. she's fine. Don't worry about it. I was playing with crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway, where were you able to find? Were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh. I have it right. Eh? Sari frantically glances around herself. I forgot all this stuff. Calm down, Sari. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper, too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Lizzie. Okay. Well, Sari. I failed to come up with an excuse for Sari. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Who should I show my poem to first? Let's go with Sayori. Lizzie, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one's too. You can't tell me that you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... No way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Well, stop thinking weird things. Stop thinking weird things. Bad. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. Sigh. Okay. That's what a sigh is. In case you didn't know. Okay, whatever. Let's just continue. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sari? I pat Sari's head. Hey. I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sari starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Lizzie. Will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sari, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we get home. Really? Snap! I broke my pencil. Sari hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. But being inattentive to her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sari clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sari. Yeah. I grab Sari's hand and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh! Sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts and bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle has starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save today. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Ooh, that doesn't sound right. Like exploring a dark cave and discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf, oh that's long. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends, oh my word. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done. I open up and in come my friends, and they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pulled them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna plug my tablet up because it is at 7%. So we won't be able to talk to Flora Wolf for a while while I'm playing the game. Wait. To talk. Okay. Real quick, okay, now it's at 1%. Okay, give me a second. I'm back. Okay. So you should... Okay. Here we are. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah. Writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. So he's always had a habit of being obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Ugh. Who should I show my poem to next? I completely forgot we were doing this. Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Lizzie. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. What? I cannot speak today. I cannot read today at all. Daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. Wait. Okay. Wait. Ugh. I'm adjusting my headphones. Okay. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was the raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange, very human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious, well, aware of the consequences. The bread. This place. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to follow me. Say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Wow. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it as at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my own and in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things that I'm usually to force keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Oh, why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Lizzie? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other in our individuality. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness. I would probably hate myself. I'd probably be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad you're a good listener. Okay. Who should I show my poem to next? Monica! Hi again, Lizzie. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sari, like the other one that you wrote. The two of you are like a dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it makes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah, I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, and endless... Okay. Wait a second. Of meaningless noise. Noise won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. You're a piece of crust. An endless poem of meaninglessness. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to place words so I can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Yes, I can't wait. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Obviously Natsuki. I always save the worst for last. No, I didn't mean it like that. Well, it's not terrible. It's pretty disappointing after your last one. And again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be... Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. Come to think of it, this reminds me of Sari's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you would have been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really stuck with me as her type. Sari has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so... Fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Ugh, that was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we'd take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, prickly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends. What is wrong with this girl? Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. What is wrong? Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. A world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone. Not bad, right? You have a serious problem, Natsuki. It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with some much simpler. Yeah, like anyone would agree with the subject of this. Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some type of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people dumb. Who cares what someone likes? As long as they're not hurting anyone, and it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Ah, that's funny. Yuri wrote something similar today. Huh? Did you cheat? Did you take Yuri? Did you cheat off her, or did she cheat off you? Yeah. She said her poem was about unusual hobbies of hers. Oh, yeah. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Seriously, who cheated off who? Or this can't have been actually. Was this a setup? Okay, not that there's anything wrong with that. Oh, it's not like I would judge her or anything. She has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be mean to her. If she feels insecure about weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if anyone would come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Siri has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica. Yeah? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. She's just like, and she's just like, oh no. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Oh, what did I just do? Okay. Siri's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Siri, who's been coloring posters, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sari. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of the club. If we start the event and put each other on good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing their feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share all that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. She's just like, please no. She's like, okay. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Suri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sari and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I really don't have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously gonna be the death of me. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each one of you to choose a poem of yours. Okay. No way. This is too sudden. Can't recite the poem in front of the club. How do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start you off to help everyone else feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in her mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is called The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Siri looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finished the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sari? I'll go next. Ah! Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called... After image of a crimson eye, Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables into fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure, and it's perfect. Ow, I just hit my funny bone. With perfect timing. It wasn't very funny. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. I love this game, because I don't have to keep running away from anything. I don't have to do any parkour. It's just calming. Except for... it says it's disturbing. I'm just waiting for something to happen. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sari hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks up to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sorry. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself in front of a mirror in your own head. It's like it's your poem, so it'll come out in the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sari begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sari is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it from Sari's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sari meant by when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sari finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sari. Even Lizzie liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sari. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours that were sort of gentle delivery that wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing in front of everyone. The next time, I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Lizzie. It's not like I can compare you guys anyway. Might as well let Lizzie lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel like terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki gets on it. Okay. The poem is called... Please don't be something too weird. It's called... Why are you all looking at me? What do you mean? Because you're presenting, duh! Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Jump? Jump? Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving the life to the poem. That Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. I'm literally the opposite. It's a surprise. Okay, it's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Yes! Exactly! Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Yeah, that's fine too. Doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. Okay, I did not mean to do that. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for the day. I know the festival is coming up, but we tried to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, and I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish up planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Okay, ready to go, Sayori? Yep! Like you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Ugh. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Lizzie, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean, Siri fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, Maybe. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? It has nothing to do with what I just said. Exactly. Haha, you admitted it. Speculating something that's never gonna happen. Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sorry. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me in such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. So who knows what will happen in that time. This again. Sparkle. Cute. Smile. Games. Warmth. Dream. Silly. Giggle. Shiny. Flee. Hurt. I'm just doing random stuff. Party. Nibble. Simpson. Nope. Fluffy. Family. Oh man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing the piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination, starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't all for you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Siri all of a sudden. Monica, they usually have fried squid. Squid? Ew. That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? Yes! You, of all people. I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Mon. It's not how you say my name at all. That joke makes no sense. Okay. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as funny as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting in the desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Is everything alright? Of course! Why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. You wouldn't worry too much about me. You worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with anyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Lizzie, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed something up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a little downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Lizzie. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me, too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm just saying that the thing on her mind is you, Lizzie. Me? How on earth would you come up with that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? She's been much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now as it's always been. You're so funny, Lizzie. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I tried to talk to her, so just try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her, and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her when I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Who should I show my poem to first? You know what? I'm gonna do something, different. This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Why do I keep doing that? Compliment to me? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in this club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me anyway? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's like it's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Ugh. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh? Maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How do you call that a joke? Seriously. That's seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. Of course it was. I guess that's kind of the point. Of course it is. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Of course you should. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing even happened. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that your wonder over the years, but today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap. In a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in the sunbeams and hold my hand. Oh, whoops. Okay. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail and set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way that you thought had left long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you learn to love yourself again. That's amazing. Well, compared to wow. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative. What was that? No! Wait, okay. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. Guys, go back and pause the video. I did not get to read that. Whoops. I accidentally clicked again. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with a message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after you and I realized we wrote about the same thing. She wanted to pick a topic and us both write about it or whatever. Ugh, you can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic and then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Okay, let's go to Yari. Yari. I like twirling my tongue still. Yari. Well done, Lizzie. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this is a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying and sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone in their writing. And I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Lizzie? Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. Even my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated in your writing and having most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked? Yuri, what am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright? You want to share your poem now? Okay, here. Yes, I can't wait. Beach. Okay. Sand castle. Wow. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an insane thing to write about, but I did my best to make a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about that. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose the better compare differences in our writing styles or the thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she's want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I had particular interest in a writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Okay, let's go with, Sari. Monica is the best. She's my favorite. The best for last. Sari, this is your best one so far. Thanks. It's really nice, Lizzie. Thanks. Sari, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course. Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want to nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Lizzie. I'm a little bit surprised. I'm a little surprised. I really thought they would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does, or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah. I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait, of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sari. I know you have sometimes put up with me. And I have to sometimes put up with you. And we have a wavelength or something. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sari? No. Lizzie, I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Aw. Why are you doing this? Sari has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sari? I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sari, I probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sari shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Lizzie. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that, haha. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sorry. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Saria cheerfully walks out the classroom, humming to herself. Okay, who should I show my poem to next? Monica! I can't wait. Hi, Lizzie. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also be happy to see. Haha. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. It's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Sarah's poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. That is what I say to, Skywolf and Flora Wolf when we're swinging on the swings outside. Yeah, we still have recess. They brought back recess for us. For the older kids, they brought back recess, and we're so happy. And so, we are swinging on the swings, and when we go with each other, we say we're in sync. Skywolf keeps saying synchronization, but still. Anyway, get back to the game. Chop chop. Okay. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? I guess you could say that. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again. I see. That reminds me about how Sarah's been a little bit off today. Yeah? Did she tell you something? Well, Lizzie, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? What? Of course not. I've been treating her like I always do. Alright. Just making sure. I know how much you care about her. What? It would be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Sarah's been acting so much happier since you joined the club. You already said that? What could have happened all of a sudden? Me. Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The lady... Okay, well that's really long, okay. Whatever. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift in the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Till one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather. A dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful day. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. and with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Wow. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too okay. Philosophical. What am I doing? Or anything. I said I can't speak today or read today. Okay. But it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Yes, I was waiting for this. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, I used to spell excited that way. So now that's what I say. I'm so excited. Alright, you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Okay? Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? Oh, whoops. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yay! Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You... from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Ugh. The air is calm and foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sari isn't here. It seems you're right. Sari always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where'd she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sari. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Huh? That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine. What'd she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so let's decide what everyone would be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we will need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle all of that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No! That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too? I can't even tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader of my own, then I won't grow up as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk and tries nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Lizzie, the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Lizzie may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Lizzie to... What are you saying? It will be extremely difficult. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Lizzie to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet. Okay, so I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Yeah. Lizzie, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course I'm gonna have to go with Monica. Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monica. Yay, you picked me. Of course I did. Hold on a second. Yeah, Monica, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already the most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Lizzie was the one who... that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. You're club president, Monica. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monica, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with the ulterior motives. Excuse me? Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monica. Yeah, we had a lot to work to do, you know? We won't do as good of a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monica. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute. What did I just do? So are you gonna go with your? So are you gonna do the right thing, President? Okay, I get it. Sigh. It's technically most logical for Lizzie to help one of you two. So, I guess that's what we'll do. Do you have a preference, Lizzie? Yuri. Well, I'll probably be the most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying... Ugh. So you'll be helping out Yuri then, Lizzie? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things. So I think your assistant will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking of yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki's feeling a little sour. So is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. So are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Lizzie? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No! That's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Lizzie picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They really go well with my tea. And nothing I can do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Give me a second. I'm gonna see if I have anything to delete. Yeah, right there. So I won't be kind of confused. But I begin to understand. Okay. Yuri was trying to sound like Suri. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Suri would say at a time like this. Because Suri always helped with someone smile and feel good about themselves. No. I kind of appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm gonna say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are gonna be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry. I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind... Oh, what? I think I would prefer going to your house, alright? In that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. What? I think that will make a very productive team. Even if you only choose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting one reason, though, most common sense. I chose you to help because that's what I want to do. But, Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that, I exchange my way out to the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside the school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. Then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. Okay. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself that there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert. Okay. There's no doubt that she'll open up a bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She was extremely... Oh, Brondo, my cat, is just sitting there. Just laying there, right there. Like a loaf. Okay, anyway. She was extremely... was already learning more about her. That's great. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sari since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sari said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sarah's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sari before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, which we've done in the past. Once I reach Sari's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're family. The house is quiet. No. No. Siri isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her to not run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sari? Hi, Lizzie. Oh, thank goodness. I sit down in a room. Sari forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sari's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animal and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you all suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we had decided last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that is true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course, but I'm gonna be helping her online. How? We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep, there's more silence between us. Sarah stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sari smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Lizzie. Eh? Why can't it just be like this? It's always been. This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings. Me at all. When I've come here, would have been even been thinking about me right now. But this, it's just isn't it? I don't know what to feel about this game anymore. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. The world? Wow. It just wants to torture. What? Sayori. I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Ah. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Lizzie. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Lizzie? I guess I have no choice this time. Thing is, I'm speechless. I am in shock. I can't. I really can't. That's insane. That's so insane. No. What in the world? Think about her. Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like you've been betrayed. Oh. Could do. Do is tell me. Then you would have worked. Oh my word. Times. Happy together is the best thing for me. Ugh. I don't know whether this is making my head hurt or make... Huh? No. No, 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 no. Okay. Let's start reading again out loud because, well, that was just shock. So I let her go. Okay. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want, I promise. I think that it would be nice then. Yeah. Sari wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days like this, that's gotta be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Yuri, no. Wrong one! Sari shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sari and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sari is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when no one answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No. It would be really embarrassing for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would have been even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snapped Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both her hands firmly in her lap, making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting. See, oh wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will just stop by out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget they are a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was gonna use them during the poetry event. But yeah, like what? Let's see. Harry rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that one thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. I kind of am. Is that so? In real life, I mean. It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs used, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes the switch on the bottom. I'm gonna read really fast so we can maybe get close to the end or whatever. So I'm gonna read in my head. You can pause it to read it though. Whoops, I didn't even mean to do that. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it is creative. I didn't either. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Okay, wait. There. Okay. So. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna continue reading out loud again, okay? And the blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. Looks really fancy. Well, Bear steerly looks away. What is it? You're gonna think it's weird. Yeah, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? You promise you won't be weirded out? Yeah, I promise. Alright. Into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. A combination of crafted smith, danger maybe. What am I saying? Who doesn't think I'm weird for this? Laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's not. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife, and I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me. I had it and turned it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Lizzie! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. What? Ew! Why? Yuri, it's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. It's a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? I think you were overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. Alright, you know what? This might be a dumb thing to do, but I'll do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Lizzie! Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri looks at me just like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Lizzie. Yuri giggles shyly. I am weird. You're calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and it will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. Just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me was a kit of watercolor and paint. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each tablet in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, putting it back over her arm. Nothing. Okay, well, this game. Yeah. My brain hurts. No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. So, I thought we would do something simple that looked very nice. I'd like to paint right across the banner. Starting with the colors. First sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, then nighttime. Once it dries, it'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind reminds me of the elementary school. Painting on the banner with watercolors feels a lot like art class project we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with the other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes me feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I can feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I feel the same way. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hand in surprise. Okay. Are you hurt?